It's been a huge year for BTS already, and that's pretty crazy since it's not even March yet. But when you think about it, just right here in New York, they were at the New Year's Eve Times Square ball drop, and they performed there. They've announced that they're going back on tour. They're going to be back in New York in May in New Jersey at MetLife Stadium. They've been on the Today Show. They're about to be on the Jimmy Fallon Show. They just released a new album. My 19-year-old daughter, Sarah, and I are big fans. Actually, she's more of a huge fan, and I'm more of an army dad. But I try to be supportive, and the truth is, I really like their music. This new album really caught my attention, and it's probably my favorite one since the Wings album. The Wings tour was the first concert that I ever went to. In fact, it's the only concert that I ever went to. My daughter's been to all of them that she could go to that they performed here in New York. So we try to go to their events. We went to the Good Morning America show. We did go down to New Year's Eve, Times Square, that event, and filmed that whole day. It was about a 21-hour event. I'll put the link in the description. But currently what we were interested in, when we found out that they're going to be on Jimmy Fallon, and he mentioned that they're going to be in Grand Central, they're going to be going to Katzs Deli, they're going to be on the subway. Some of the things that came into our mind that we're wondering is A, is BTS safe in New York? And B, how is it going to be in Grand Central when BTS shows up? Now, of course, they're going to have security. This is what security looked like on New Year's Eve. Look how many police are right there with them. So I'm sure there's going to be security, but even still, did they shut down all of Grand Central for BTS? I don't know. I guess we'll find out soon. But in this video, what I wanted to do was show you some of the behind the scenes of Grand Central, Katz's Deli, and the subway, and kind of show you what they may have experienced while they were here. If you're new to the channel, thanks for watching. If you'd like to see more content about BTS and New York City, click the subscribe button and the notification bell, and you'll be notified each time I create new content and post it. Okay, so follow along with me, and I'm going to take you to Grand Central, and then we're going to stop by NBC Studios, where Jimmy Fallon's show is. We're also going to go to Katz's Deli, where I talked to some of the employees there about the experience while BTS dined there. And we're going to go through the subway system, and we're also going to go to the BT21 store in Times Square. Okay, so here I am at Grand Central Terminal, and I was actually arriving from Brooklyn on the 5 train. Depending on where they started their New York City tour, they could have arrived at Grand Central Station in the subway system, since Jimmy Fallon said they were going to ride the subway, and you've probably seen the trailers for the show that they're in the subway. Or they could have come by car to meet at Grand Central. So I wanted to show you the outside of Grand Central Station so you can see what that looks like. Pershing Square is right there at the entrance. The Chrysler Building is also in the background. The other thing I wanted to mention was the dining hall. There's plenty of places to eat there, and I'm not sure if it was open while BTS was there or not, but part of me kind of hopes they stopped by at Magnolia Bakery and had some cupcakes or some of their famous banana pudding. We did an interview with the owner. I'll put it in the link in the description.
Where? Last year.
On with the tour. The next stop I wanted to show you was Katz's Deli. Now, I've been to Katz's Deli before. It was in the movie When Harry Met Sally. They make great corned beef and pastrami sandwiches there. It's a very famous Jewish kosher deli, and it's very, very good. It's a little bit expensive, but it's worth it. Probably one sandwich would feed 2 people, unless you're just starving. You can see the sandwich here, how big it is, and then they give you a plate of pickles to go along with it. That's sort of a, I guess, a Jewish deli custom thing that they do. What you're looking at there was about $22. One thing to keep in mind at Katz's is they give you a ticket when you walk in the door. It's a little, I've never seen this before, but they give you a ticket. You go up to the meat cutters and you tell them what you want, and they usually give you a sample so you can try it while they're making it. You can see the tip jars there. That's probably why they're doing that. Maybe well deserved, I don't know. So you get your food and you sit down and you eat it, and you don't pay until you leave, but there's not necessarily a server. You just get up and walk out, and as you walk out, you hand them your ticket. So just don't lose your ticket is the takeaway from that. As you can see, there's a lot of pictures on the wall of famous people who have been to Katz's Deli. I looked for a picture of BTS. It's not up yet. It's only been a week or 2 since they were there, from my understanding. I did talk with the waitresses at the front, and I asked them, you know, what was it like? Were y'all here when BTS was here? And they said, yeah, we were here. They said, you know, Jimmy Fallon was here with them, and we roped off an area with a curtain in the back of the restaurant for them, so it'd be a little more private. And I thought that was probably good. Say hello to my little friends. The next stop on the tour is the BT21 Store. Now, I don't know if BTS went there or not, but they should. This is a great store, the Line Friend store in Times Square. My daughter shops there a lot. That's where she got these. So the Line Friend store is where you can buy BT21 merch. And they have the plushies, they have keychains and, you know, apparel, clothing. It's a really cool store. If you're ever in New York and you're in Times Square and you like BTS, then you should stop by the BT21. Actually, it's called the Line Friend store, but BT21 merchandise is inside it, so you should check that out. I hope they went there. It'd be cool to know that they stopped by, maybe signed some autographs or something like that. You know, they created these characters, so that'd be a good place for them to go. Okay, one place we know for sure that they went was 30 Rock. Now, this is where Saturday Night Live is filmed. This is where The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon is. His signage that you see here is more on the back side of 30 Rock and is right across from this fountain that you see. And it's also located right next door to Radio City Music Hall where the Rockettes Theater is. There's a tour, you know, if you want to tour NBC Studios, there's a lot of Jimmy Fallon merchandise. I looked down there and I didn't see anything about BTS. Maybe they'll add that after they've been. I hope you enjoyed this behind the scenes of some of the locations that BTS is supposed to go to with Jimmy Fallon on their New York City tour. Again, if you're new to the channel and you like content about BTS and you like content about New York City, click the subscribe button and the notification bell, and you'll be alerted each time I post new content. I hope all of the BTS Army and fans enjoy the Jimmy Fallon show and the BTS tour in New York City. Thank you so much for watching.